Welcome to Wednesday night OWCP Chats with Chris and Gini.
The special Christmas edition.
It's a Christmas edition. It's actually not, and I have a antler here.
She's got an antler malfunction.
That's not cooperating. Anyway, as you guys know, when I posted earlier that we were going to be on live in an hour, this will be our last live for 2019. We come back on January 8th, so next week is Christmas Eve, and the following week is New Year's Eve, and so we want everyone to have a great holiday with their family. And tonight we're going to do Q&A for about 45 minutes. So get your questions in, and then we're going to talk about the things that we have upcoming for 2020. It's really exciting, and we can't wait for you guys to hear all of the neat things that we are doing to help you guys out more with finding doctors easily and getting information easily. So with that said, you want to say anything before we get started?
Yeah, get on Twitter. Follow us at Fed Injury Center on Twitter. I've asked you every week since we've started this, since I've had Twitter, and too many of you are very resistant. So for Christmas, I'd like you all to get me some follows and follow me on Twitter at Fed Injury Center.
That's his Christmas present.
At Fed Injury Center. And do yourself a favor, get on there and follow, because the rules, laws, and regulations that you need to protect yourself against management after you're hurt at work are posted there, and they're easy to understand. And there's not that much there. It's not like reading a textbook. It's just a couple of, maybe 24 posts. That will be the difference between a nightmare and not. So at Fed Injury Center, follow us there.
And don't forget that you have to follow and like in order to get the text notifications when we go live. So
on Wednesday night OWCP Chat, so follow and like it.
Yeah, so with that said, we're a little over 4,200. I'm hoping by the end of January we are at 5,000 followers. So don't forget to follow and like, and right now go ahead and share the page. We have questions coming in, so we're going to go ahead and start answering them.
But first, share it with 10 of your friends. Send text messages, emails, phone calls, smoke signals, whatever it takes. Let people know this is happening, especially this time of the year, especially for postal employees. Whose job is massively larger, harder, heavier, and working more hours, and are definitely going to sustain more injuries. You don't want to be behind when it's time to report. You want to know the information. If you wait until it happens, it's too late. So please get your friends on right now. Start sharing this, and let's increase the number of people watching, asking their questions, so that everyone's got what they need in the event they get hurt. And we hope you don't. Honestly, we hope you don't. But reality is it's happening. It's happening now someplace. And now someplace somebody is in the dark on what to do. So you can help by sharing this with your friends.
So I'm sharing it.
See, she's sharing it with your friends. You share it with your friends. She's doing it. You do it too.
So all week I've been getting calls about those of you that have been injured. Today somebody fell, broke their ankle. The supervisor actually refused to fill out her CA1, and I had to wind up sending her the law. So we know a lot of you are going to be getting hurt at this time. We always tell you, file your injuries now, today, when it happened. Let somebody know. You can go to the doctor whenever you get the chance to, unless like she had a broken ankle and had to go to the emergency room, and her supervisor gave her HE double hockey sticks today.
Yeah.
But after I sent the law, all of a sudden she found all the paperwork and said it's okay.
Yeah, she wasn't going to get her CA16 either, right?
Correct.
And the CA16 pays your bills for 60 days after your injury, your medical bills. And, without it, you're potentially stuck with it. Your claim's not accepted. Most doctors won't take OWCP without a CA16. And so, without the 16, this person is stuck with having to pay the bills out of their own pocket. And so you start right away in financial distress, which isn't fair, and it's totally avoidable by getting the form. If you're on Twitter, at Fed Injury Center, you'd have the law that says they have 4 hours to give it to you. So you need to be on there so that you can say, no, Mr. or Mrs. Supervisor, you do have to give me a CA-16. Here's what the rule in the Code of Federal Regulations says.
Yeah. So with that said, let's get some questions answered. Mary Heslin wants to know, can allergies be claimed under workers' comp?
That'd be awfully hard. It depends. Like, we know people in their workplace that have had mold.
Yeah.
But in this case, OSHA came in and confirmed that there was mold. Then they saw a pulmonologist who confirmed that their issue was due to mold. And so it was easy to connect the dots in causation. Allergies are tricky unless you can get somebody to show causation.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. It's going to be really hard, though.
So you definitely want to contact OSHA on that to let them investigate, and then see your pulmonologist.
Or
and
allergist, or
yeah.
ENT, or whoever.
And then go to an OWCP doctor.
Yeah.
And then that way, once it gets approved and everything goes through, you can have all your visits for free, and you can continue getting your treatment for your allergies for no cost.
Right.
All right, Jackie Dixon Hansford said, I filed a CA2 for a new finding in my neck June 24th. The DOL representative at DOL told me to file a CA2 because it was considered a reoccurrence. They just denied it. Yes, it's my spine, but cervical versus lumbar. He told me to delete my CA2. I never did. I'm filing for reconsideration with that CA2. Is that the right thing to do?
Well, good job on filing reconsideration. That's always the right thing to do. The fact that you were told that it must be a recurrence, I think is an error. Because, okay, so I'm distracted right now because my dog digs in the carpet and he won't stop.
Gizmo?
Anyways, someday we're going to have gold, and then it's all going to be it'll all be worth it. So anyways, a CA2A is for recurrence, but just because you had a previous condition that has come back, or you think it's a flare-up, doesn't mean that it's the previous condition. You need to go to the doctor and have the doctor confirm it, and then file a CA2A. Otherwise, if it's due to something new, it's a CA2 or a CA1. In any case, follow what the doctor says, not what management says, and reconsideration is definitely the way to go.
Maria says, you guys look cute. You know, we have to be, my antlers keep falling. We have to be festive. This is, again, everybody, so that you know, this is our last live for 2019 because of Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. We will resume on January 8th, 2020, same time, same place.
But I feel like a little elf.
Yeah, I know.
For sure.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
Kenny, you just said I have pancreatic cancer. I am so sorry to hear that.
That's, yeah, terrible. Sorry.
He always watches us, and you guys are great.
Thank you so much.
Jackie, can I send you my doctor's medical narrative before I submit?
Yeah, just email it to us. You can send it to me, Chris, at federalinjurycenters.com, and I'll be happy to take a look at it and give you my opinion. Chris at federalinjurycenters.com.
Who's an elf? I'm not an elf. I'm Rudolph. Chris is...
I look like a postal elf. A blue beach bum postal elf.
Chris got this hat when we went to the Florida booster,
yeah.
the fall booster convention, and we helped by donating to the pack, and we got each other a hat, and I decided to wear this one while he wears that one.
Yeah.
How long does reconsideration take?
Well, okay, so first of all, it takes as long as you take. You have 12 months from the denial to request reconsideration. So get that in fast, meaning your doctor is going to have to write rebuttal information fast. Once the claims examiner has it, you're kind of at their mercy again. They have no time frame with which to make decisions, so you have to call and just kind of stay on their butts about it.
Una, you said, is there an actual person you can get answers to answer the phone from DOL? I saw your other post, DOL. You have to call your claims examiner every day, a couple times a day.
Actually, I'll post this phone number. I meant to do this already.
That's right. I forgot
I'll
about
post
that.
it on Twitter. We'll try to post it here as well. But there's a phone number to the Washington, D.C. OWCP office.
Yeah.
And I'm told they answer a lot. So we'll post that for you. Keep an eye out for that. And
Yeah.
get on Twitter, at Fed Injury Center. And we'll get that posted for you so that everyone knows where to call.
Yeah, my shirt says, Dear Santa, let me explain.
There's no explanation for this.
I don't know what to say. PM Boss, please explain casual relationship. Thank you.
So, causal relationship. So, the causal relationship is how the injury is connected to the job. It's not enough to say there's an MRI that shows a herniated disc. And it's not enough to say that there was an incident where someone bent over and felt pain in their back. You have to connect the dots. That bending over and feeling pain in the back was caused by the herniated disc that was caused by lifting the 70 pounds. And so in the narrative report, the doctor's got to connect the dots between the job and the injury. If you just show up and say, look at me, I've got an MRI, you're going to get denied. And the doctor's got to very thoroughly explain how lifting that box caused the herniation that's found on the MRI. That's causation.
LaShawn, you said, I've gotten discouraged with repeated denials. I will give it another shot in Illinois. Look, this is why we tell you guys you have to either call us to find a doctor or go on the ACS website, something, before you get these denials over and over, because we'll only send you to doctors that, one, Chris is trained, and
we're not sending you.
They know what they're doing.
That's really not true. We don't send you. You choose.
Well,
for those of you that are, I say this because for those of you that are out there who think we're in this for some bad ulterior motives, nobody's sending you anywhere. And choose whatever doctor you want. But if you ask me for advice, I'll probably give it to you.
It's just a name and number. But if you're going to see the office in Illinois, Dr. Patron is awesome sauce, and I work with them as well. So if you need to get in and haven't gotten in yet, give me a call for those of you that are in Illinois. Oh, and on top of that, we will be in Chicago for the Chicago Roll Carrier Convention on January 17th, Chris's birthday, through the 19th. And Chris will be doing a 2-hour training on OWCP. So those of you that are in Chicago, get ready, roll carriers, to hear this awesome
show up
convention that Chris does.
Show up. It's really good information. It's a lot more expansive than what we're able to do here.
Point you in the right direction. Exactly, Chris. That's the word.
That's it. We're not sending you. We'll point you in the right direction.
No questions tonight?
I'm going to sit here in silence till people start asking questions.
The denial did come after Dr. Toll.
Yeah, so I was about to say this, though. What happens is sometimes you go to one of the doctors we know or we trained, and it gets denied. It's not because the doctor's bad at it. It's not because they don't know what they're doing. It's because you have claims examiners who get to make decisions, and these are not doctors making decisions.
True.
So you have to go again and just keep going until you take all their reasons for no away, and then they're just stuck with having to say yes. It happens. I've seen 4 or 5 denials followed by an approval. You just have to keep going back with doing new reconsiderations.
Darlene, Merry Christmas to you too, Darlene.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. What other questions do we have? What? No one has questions today? Listen, you guys are going to be getting injured. You guys are going to be sore and tired after these long, long hours for the holidays.
Or slipping in the ice. I mean, we keep hearing people in wintry areas that, the weather's bad and you're falling down. Look, what are you going to do about it? You've got to definitely not just tough it out.
Or LLV accidents in the ice.
It's happening every day.
So we hear it all day long.
And if you're injured in an auto accident while at work, that's covered by OWCP. Don't just go straight to your personal insurance or anything. That's a work injury. It's a legitimate work injury that's easy to have accepted. Even
if there's ice in your parking lot and you slip and fall, remember that.
If you slip on somebody's porch, walking up any stairs, or on your company premises, it's covered.
Oh, Kenny, you fell on ice. I hope you got that taken care of.
It's totally common. It happens a lot during this time of year.
Yeah. So we see people hopping on. Hello, everyone. Where are your questions tonight? You fell on ice.
Yeah. Ouch.
What is loan and branch review? You know what that is?
I don't think that's an OWCP thing, but I'll look it up. Loan and branch review.
Christy, she said, I injured my leg in 2014, still on restrictions. My doctor said my injury is indefinite. Not sure what else to do. Very frustrating. Any ideas what my next step should be?
Well, you have to make sure you have a CA-17 filled out by the doctor, a duty status report. Likely there is something you can do at work, and if the doctor can give you some restrictions reasonably so you can go back to work, you should. While you're working, your supervisors have a harder time firing you. And the easiest way to get paid is not a CA7 form, it's clocking in. So the best thing you can do is just keep in touch with your doctor, continually follow the doctor's protocols, and work on getting better. And in the meantime, hopefully you can have your restrictions lifted little by little and get back full duty.
Yep. Larry, thank you for what you do, and please tell me where you got the blue hat. So we went to the fall Rural Carrier Convention in Fort Lauderdale, and they were selling them at the pack table. So we always donate. So we bought 2 hats.
Yeah.
So it is a Rural Carrier USPS hat.
Well, it's not Rural Carrier, it's just USPS.
Yes, USPS, but the Rural Carriers were selling it.
Yeah.
Javon said, love those hats.
Thanks, Javon.
I'm shocked that he even wore one. I mean, if you guys could see his crazy Santa shirt.
One time a year. This is it.
Yeah, so. Okay, Chris, should management be asking the employee things about restrictions after they've received a CA-17?
They can. I mean, they can ask, did the doctor say anything else? But really, they have to follow the CA-17. That's just how it goes. They can ask you. I mean, management can communicate with you. That's no problem. They cannot call the doctor without your knowledge. So they've got to ask some questions, but it's best if they just follow the CA-17. That's what it's there for.
LaShawn, I did try with Dr. Toll with no availability, but Dr. Patron's office did get me an appointment. Awesome.
Excellent. Good.
Mike, you fell yesterday walking on the sidewalk delivering a parcel to a house. I hope you filed your CA1, Mike.
Yeah, Mike, if you fell down in a single shift, that's a CA1. If you're not hurt, that's even better, so hopefully you're not. But if you are, don't let it go. Remember, you lose benefits. If you wait 7 days, you can't get a CA16. If you wait 30 days, you can't use continuation of pay. So you need to report it right away if it needs to be reported. If you're not hurt, awesome, that's even better. But if you have anything going on, you need to let them know about it.
Peggy, you said, my husband had an injury at work a few months back, but his situation was that supervisor awarded him a PDI. Seems to be the thing these days. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. He just needs to make sure if he's actually injured, he's reporting his injuries, he's seeing the doctor, he's getting help, getting better. Regardless of what the supervisor tries to do, make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. There's nothing in the CA-10, what a federal employee should do when injured at work, that says get or accept a PDI. So follow the rules and protect yourself. That's all I can say about it.
No, they're not pajamas that he's wearing. It's actually a button down.
Yeah, it's like a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
This is like Santa Claus on a... I don't know.
Surfboard.
There's palm trees.
Palm trees, Santa's on the snowboard, and I know you guys had seen our pictures with Chris's palm tree and his Christmas palm tree decorations.
This is my palm Christmas tree.
Yeah,
it's right,
he had to get that.
Right over there.
Because I had to put that, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not pajamas. Andrea, I have permanent nerve damage in my foot from a fall at work. My surgeon gave me restrictions, but they want a second opinion. Whose restrictions will they follow?
Well, they're going to probably follow the second opinion doctor's restrictions, but you want to make sure that when you go to the second opinion doctor, you take a CA-20 and a CA-17 and probably like your medical narrative from your doctor, so they have something to go on. Too many people go to the second opinion doctor, which is mandatory, and don't take anything. And so that second opinion doctor is free to make all the bad decisions they want to that are not in your interest. So take information for them to have to use to consider.
Renee Dorton says, what form do I need for reoccurrence of an injury?
It's a CA-2A, notice of recurrence, but remember, it might not be a recurrence. So go to your doctor first and make sure that it's not something new. If it's something new, fill out a CA-1 or 2, depending on how it happened. Otherwise, a recurrence, you fill out a CA-2A, notice of recurrence, with your supervisor.
So that's a CA-2A?
Yeah.
All right. LaShawn, you said by the time you guys come back in January, I will have been to Dr. Patron. Dr. Patron is awesome.
Yeah. He'll get your claim accepted. All legitimate, which means they're actual work injuries. Timely filed, which means filed within 3 years of the injury. Claims will get approved at Dr. Patron's office.
Yeah. Where is your puppy?
He's right down here digging in the ground.
He's at the bottom with his jacket because he's been cold all day.
It was actually cold here in Florida. We're in the 50s. Now, probably the 40s now.
All right. Samara says, once a claim is approved, is there a certain time frame you can stay on work comp? The post office says there's no work for me within my restrictions, which are permanent. Can you stay on work comp till I retire?
Yeah, if they let you, you can. If they don't do anything about it, yeah. There's no timeline. You need to just be following your doctor's orders and working on getting better.
Yeah. So while more questions are coming in, if there's topics that you guys want us to discuss for 2020, again, this will be our last Facebook Live until January 8th because of the holiday, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. Let us know what topics, I'll be posting that, and I want to see what topics you guys want us to discuss. We pick about 2 or 3 topics depending on how long it is, so send your topics our way. I know we had attorney Eric Blowers on. We're going to try to get him on again. I know you guys had questions for him, so we're going to try to get him on and let him talk about schedule award and federal personal injury.
We're going to invite me back on too.
Maybe.
So look forward to that.
Maybe. Chris says, Chris and Gini, in certain areas, the post office reprimands carriers for getting injured, which is a union steward issue. When management gives a PDI contract, your steward for whoever asked.
So I just want to address the first part of that, the reprimanding for injuries. They can do it if you're not following the rules. If there's some safety protocol that you're clearly breaking, like you're in a car wreck and you weren't wearing your seatbelt, they can definitely reprimand you, but it doesn't mean your injury can't be covered. It still can be covered. What you want to be sure of is that you're not being reprimanded for filing an injury when you didn't break any rules, because they're not allowed to do that to you. OSHA doesn't allow it, and if that happens, you call 1-800-321-OSHA.
Yeah. Dr. Patron is in Illinois. He's in a city called Hoffman Estates.
Yeah.
So if you want to get scheduled with him, just give me a call at 877-787-OWCP. I will get you scheduled with Dr. Patron's office.
He's about 30 minutes from Chicago O'Hare Airport.
Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer.
What's up?
She says, I have a patient that hydroplaned and flipped her delivery truck and she filed a CA1. Supervisor was okay with everything until the doctor said she is not able to work for a few weeks. She injured her shoulder and chest. Now she received a letter of termination for being in an at-fault accident. Have you ever seen this? Yes, we have.
Yeah, but
we definitely have.
How do we know she was at fault? I mean, hydroplaning, was she driving 80 in a 35? I mean,
or on ice,
Well, I don't know. But typically, if a person is removed, the union will get their job back and they'll get all their money back. And in any case, contact OSHA and let them know that you're being threatened with termination after a work injury, because that doesn't fly with OSHA. 1-800-321-OSHA.
All right. Evans Juice said, I heard after 2 years out with an injury, if you are not back to work, you can lose your job. Is that true?
You can. I don't know if it's 2 years, but I think that's right. But we typically don't see it. And anyways, most people come back before 2 years. But there are rules for that, and I'll post those on Twitter as well.
Susan wants to know, what does it mean to take worker retire?
What?
What's this worker?
I don't know what that means, but let me assume that it's like a federal disability retirement, if that's what you mean. Let me know if it's not. That means that for some reason, due to an illness or an injury, you're no longer to do that job anymore. It doesn't mean you couldn't do some non-federal job, but it means you can't do that job. For example, somebody that maybe loses a leg in a car accident can't walk and carry the mail anymore. So they'd be disabled from carrying the mail, but they could still do other jobs like a clerk job or something like that. That was an extreme case, morbid. Don't let that happen to you.
Down. Thomas Lyman said, went to an IME appointment at the request of DOL on 12/4/19. Still waiting for the report. Is there an expected time frame for such report?
Well, if you're waiting on the doctor's report, good luck. Call the doctor's office directly and request it. Otherwise, call the claims examiner and request it, because they're obligated to give you your records when you ask for it. And the time frame, again, when you're dealing with claims examiners, you're kind of at their mercy.
Yeah. Derek, if you're on here, go ahead and post your number and put your name. And Jennifer, you're on here, go ahead and post your number and put your name. So those of you that can't get in touch with me, sometimes I send you to Jennifer. Or sometimes I send you to Derek. So Derek covers Massachusetts and all the New England states. So call Derek. So Derek, put your number down. And Jennifer is like
everywhere else.
Right an inch under Chris with knowledge in OWCP.
Maybe not under.
Maybe she's over because she does know a lot.
She was the expert before I was. She's great. If Jennifer calls you, that's your lucky day.
Yeah, so if I send you a text message saying, you know, I'm on the phone or I'm in a meeting, call Jennifer. I've heard your voicemail and maybe I'm just busy, so she will call. She has been calling. She's been calling everyone. She answers nationwide questions just like me, Derek.
And if you don't like her answers, you got to do it anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, because she knows what's up.
Yeah, so Jennifer posted her number, guys. Derek posted his number, and don't forget, call Derek at 2 a.m. That's when he answers most of his questions.
Between 2 and 2:30. If it goes past that, it's fine in the a.m.
Angela said, do you need to fill out another CA2 if you haven't been back to the doctor for more than a year?
No. You fill out a new CA2 if you have a new condition that that occurred or that was a result of something that happened over 2 or more shifts. Otherwise, it's the same condition, and you just have it reopened if the case was closed. It's not that big a deal to get them reopened.
Oh, Susan said, going to retire and work comp asked if I want to take work comp retirement or FERS.
Yeah, so FERS is the Federal Employees Retirement. That's what I was talking about. And, you know, that's a personal decision. When you take federal retirement from, it's basically disability, then you get 60% of your income on year 1 and 40% on year 2 and every year thereafter until you reach the retirement age. So you just have to make a personal decision on that. A lot of people want to talk to lawyers about this decision because they specialize in that. If that's something you're interested in, let us know. We'll turn you on to somebody that's really good at that.
Yeah. Chris, that you're so sweet. I would like to see you guys at our National Rural Letter Carrier Convention. Chris, let me know what city and state you're in, and we're going to be increasing and doubling and probably tripling our trips for 2020.
Yeah.
But let your union know, and they just have to invite us. And once I get the invite, I never say no, and I will get you guys scheduled.
And nobody wants to teach at your national convention more than I do. I was at last year's national convention just to hang out because the rural carriers are friends of mine. So
yeah,
I would be thrilled to go hang out and teach. So, you know, let's make that happen.
One of you asked me where in Michigan we're going to be. It's for the Rural Carrier Convention. There's a mosquito, and it's this cold. It's for the rural carriers. So if we come to any of your states, it's normally between APW and the rural carriers, and we do state council conventions with AFGE in different parts of the states and Alabama as well. Okay, Linda Stoner said, still waiting for the decision on my reconsiderations. Fingers crossed. The information you guys have provided me helped me write the letter and put together the information.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Good. Thank you. I'm glad it's working out for you.
Edwina, I'm a rural carrier. I got bitten by a dog after delivering mail. Second run of parcels last Monday. Called the ambulance, received 2 stitches.
Yeah.
I got something from the PO. It says that it doesn't look like a USPS injury. It looks like a third-party injury.
Yeah.
I was on the clock, bitten by a dog, already back to work.
So let me explain that to you.
Boy.
That's not a bad thing. This is actually a good thing for you, considering that you had to be bit by a dog. That sucks. But the rule is this. If you sustain a third-party injury, then you are supposed to go after the third party, just as if you're in a car wreck, and the third party now is the person who hit you on the road. Well, in this case, somebody owns that dog, okay? And so if you know who owns the dog, then you can file a third-party claim. If you don't, then you can't, and there's nothing you can do about it. But if you look on the CA1 form on page 2, it asks, is this a third-party claim? And so, and that's a supervisor to fill out. But that's the reason. So here's the good thing. If you have a third-party claim, you can, you know, sue for damages. And some people hate to do that, and I understand. But it's just like if you're in a car wreck, you wouldn't hate it, right? You sue for damages. Typically, you're suing the homeowner's insurance. Their homeowner's insurance. So you're not really suing them.
Right.
You're suing their insurance. You receive a settlement. And the way it works is on that settlement, you get 20% of the settlement. DOL gets 80% after legal expenses. And so it's in your interest to file that third-party claim because you can get 20% of the settlement. On top of, I don't know what the condition is, but if there's a schedule award impairment rating, you can get that plus 20% of the settlement. So it's not a bad thing for it to be a third-party claim. It's a bad thing that you got bit by somebody's dog.
Yeah.
If you know the owner, then you can file suit against the owner's homeowner's insurance. You'll need a lawyer for this. Don't try to do it yourself. You will lose. Insurance companies are bigger than you are. So if you decide to take that route, let us recommend a lawyer who understands OWCP and personal injury. You can, of course, Google this, and you can search for OWCP lawyers. You'll find a list of them. They all know what I'm talking about. But if you want my recommendation, let us know.
Yeah. I blanked out what I was going to say. Yeah, and make sure you file your injury for this. Don't let them tell you anything else. Dog bites, accidents, slip and falls. What else?
Well, let's stick with the dog bites because you just made a good point. That was a great point. I should have said it. Your supervisor said it doesn't look like an OWCP injury. It looks like a third-party injury.
Right.
I'm here to tell you that you have a third-party OWCP injury. They're the same. Okay, it's not one or the other. Your supervisor's wrong. So go fill out your CA1 form, get a CA16 form, go to the doctor, get everything dealt with that needs to be dealt with. If you've already done that, wonderful. But then call a lawyer, file suit against the owner of the dog's insurance, take the settlement, take the money, get better, get back to work.
Yeah, Susan, I know you just sent a message to us on our chat. We will get back to you after the chat's done.
Yeah.
Andrea, can I appeal the restrictions of an IME that an IME gives me?
Not really. You can go back to your doctor, your treating doctor, and have your treating doctor write a narrative and a new CA17. That's about the only remedy you're going to have.
Just got quiet all of a sudden.
They all start talking. You guys got so quiet out there.
Yeah, we try to answer as many questions on here because then during the week, between me, Jennifer, and Derek and Chris, our phones are being blown up.
Yeah.
But, again, if you're in the New England states, Maine, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, call Derek. Or New York, New Jersey, all those states out there, Derek will be able to help you.
And if you're in Hawaii and you are, 6, 7 hours back in time zones from Derek, and you are, it's 8 p.m., you just finished dinner, give him a call.
Oh my gosh, he's going to kill us.
He'll be happy to help.
Yeah, Chris he only had a couple hours to wear the shirt when Derek won and Chris didn't.
Oh, man. We were sitting in Utah. I'm watching this game, Patriots and Cowboys. I don't talk football in here, but somebody brought it up. And I'm sitting there in Utah watching this game on vacation because I know that I have a bet. And I'm there like, crap, I lost this bet. And so Derek is a really good trash talker, by the way.
Sorry, Derek.
He's like the best text messaging trash talker of all time. Anyway, so it resulted in me having to wear that stupid shirt and that stupid hat and hold that stupid sign.
We still love you, Derek.
Yeah. Hey, a deal's a deal.
All right, Samara, I had a shoulder surgery in 2009. My shoulder doesn't bother me much at all, and I have a pretty good range of motion. Is it still worth filing a schedule award? I was told if I had surgery, I will get something just for that. Is that true?
Not necessarily. I mean, a schedule award is based on a percentage of impairment that results from an injury. You go get an impairment rating by the doctor. They determine what percentage impairment you are, surgical or not. I mean, sure, if you had a surgery, it probably means that there was something more wrong than if you just had a sprain. But the question, is it worth it? Well, I mean, it's free money. Well, it's not free to you. You had to suffer through an injury and the whole rehabilitation process. It's your right as a federal employee, so I would definitely go for it.
Andrea said, my MD and the IME have given me different restrictions. Who has the final say?
Honestly, I would go with the treating physician. That's who you chose until they tell you otherwise.
Yeah. And Derek said, go Patriots.
Moving on.
Okay, so while everybody is still trying to ask questions, and Jessica Helms, my sister-in-law, is on. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Paisley and Bryson.
Hey! Those are my kids.
Your kids. PM Boss, if you were told 90 days for reconsideration, is it considered to wait? Just thinking of questions that are informative.
I mean, I would just call. When you get tired of waiting, I'd start calling. I wouldn't wait 90 days. There's nothing in the rules that says they have 90 days.
What is IME?
Well, it's an independent medical evaluation. It's basically a second doctor that they send you to.
So that's what IME is,
Yeah.
Julia. You asked what that was.
It's when they send you to a second opinion doctor, basically.
So while you guys are still writing your questions away, we're going to start telling you for our 2020 the fun, exciting things that are coming up.
We have huge things coming.
Yeah, so not only are we getting booked and are going to be triple traveling in the year 2020 with all these conventions that are coming up. Paisley said, hey. You know, my calendar already has 8 state conventions. We have more coming because it's still just the ending of the year, and by January, February, March is when everybody starts targeting us to come educate. So those of you that want us to come, we know you as employees want us to come. You must have the union call us. It is a 2-hour training, and at the last half hour we do questions and answers on the topics Chris discussed, and then we normally we have a booth outside. We pass out brochures on our Wednesday night chats and answer any personal questions. So those of you that want us to come, tell your union to give me a call, 877-787-OWCP, or those of you in the New England, call Derek, and Derek will get with me, and we will be there.
So, and before you say the next thing, some of you, not many, thankfully, but occasionally, somebody will pop on and say, why do we need you? We have somebody that does this already. And, they'll even get into our news feed, and they'll tell everyone, don't listen to these people. We have somebody in our union that does that, and so on and so forth. It's super rude, but we're okay with it. We're happy that you have somebody in your union that teaches OWCP.
Yeah.
There's never going to be enough of them. It doesn't matter how many people are out there. There are 2.8 million federal employees. There's always going to be a need for more help. So I'm really happy they're doing that. With that said, nobody's doing it the way I am, just like I don't teach the way they teach. And you don't all learn the same way. So, this is what we do. So give us a chance. Let us teach you. There's no strings attached. We don't charge you. It's not a sales presentation. We're not there to promote doctors, to try to convince you to go see somebody. The choice of doctor is yours.
Yes.
Okay? Take that choice. We're there to teach you. It's worth it. If you wait until you need it, it's too late.
Oh, PM Boss said we need you.
Thank you.
Alicia said, how do you apply for a schedule award?
Well, you go to the doctor. The doctor says you're at maximum medical improvement, MMI, your treating doctor.
MMI.
So once you're at MMI and placed there by your treating physician, your doctor gives you an impairment rating based on the 6th edition guide to permanent impairment. From there, you take that impairment rating and you attach it to your CA7 as a schedule award, and you send that in.
So make sure it is the 6th edition. A lot of people will call us and say their doctor can only do the 5th edition. DOL is going to reject
worthless.
it.
You got to find a 6th edition doctor.
Make sure you get that noted. Linda Stoner said, I called DOL and they told me that it can take up to 90 days. I call them every week to check.
Good.
Yes.
Be the squeaky wheel. I'm with you on that deal.
Samira, can I go to any doctor to file a schedule award, or does it need to be the doctor that did my surgery?
In my experience, you can go anywhere. We know people that fly out of state to other doctors.
Yeah.
So just find somebody that'll get it done.
Okay.
So we have some other stuff coming up.
Yeah. So.
Talk about your app.
Drum roll. That's a bad drum roll. Anyways, so since the ending of last year, 2018, I've been buzzing in Chris's ear that everybody's got an app, meaning everybody like
everybody but us.
Facebook and whatever else is out there. And I said, why don't we put all of our info on an app? So, in January, right?
I mean, it's coming up pretty quick.
sometime.
We're at the mercy of the developers right now.
I know we've been telling you about this app, but it's almost done. It's at like the last % that it could possibly be done. It will be on Android and on iPhones.
Yeah.
So that's the great part. And I wanted it because it's going to have so many features. It's going to have, call Derek, call Jennifer, call Gini button. You just call. It's going to have the locations of our federal injury centers. It's going to have a button to chat. It's going to have all the paperwork. So now when you're standing there with your supervisor, you can say, let me print this out. Yeah. It'll have all the forms. It'll have Facebook, our Wednesday night chat. So all you need to do is just have the Facebook app downloaded to your phone. You don't have to create an account. Just have the app. And from our app, it'll show the notification that we go live, and you can watch it there. It's also going to have a link to the Twitter. And we're going to, post pictures of things that we do and all of our events, calendar stuff. So we're so excited, and finally it's happening, and I get my Federal Injury Centers app. But the day it happens, we're not going to wait for Wednesday night chats unless it happens on a Wednesday. I am going to do a special live and show you the app, and everybody's going to have to get the app.
So this is essentially OWCP in your pocket, okay, in a way that's understandable. So it's all the stuff that we do that we've been training, and we're trying to condense it so that it's easy to understand, and so it's accessible to you. Everyone's got their phone at all times.
Yes.
So that's what we're doing. We're making it harder for you to get claims denied, harder for management to get over on you, harder for you to be confused. We're making it easier for you to get your claims filed and approved.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a really great tool for you.
There's so many things that we're going to put into it that's going to be so easy. Everything's just going to be touch.
How much is the app going to cost?
$0.00.
Yeah, it's a free app. Everything
just
we do is free.
Fingerprint.
Everything we do is free. This stuff should be free to you. We're just trying to get it out there in a larger volume.
Oh, everyone's excited the app is coming. Yeah, we're excited too. I can't wait. I'm going to have it all over my phone. It's going to have our Federal Injury Centers logo. You're going to see it, and it's just when you have questions, and those of you, this is going to be the fun part for us, is that when we go to conventions and Chris is educating, you will have only a code that you get when we are doing a live presentation to get the packet to follow along with Chris.
Yeah.
So you can't get it now without coming to the conventions. So those of you that are going to your state conventions, whichever ones we're going to go to, make sure, and we're going to make sure that you get the app downloaded right there at the convention. We'll give you 2 minutes to do it. So we're really, really excited. And
so here's the next thing. So
what is it? What is an app, Mike?
Nope.
I swear.
Nope. No, that's not a question. That's not a question. All right, so here's what's next. So the first problem we solve with the app is that you need the information. You need it at your fingertips.
Correct.
So that's the purpose of the app. This was her idea.
Mine.
Okay, so we got this going. It was really important. But, we travel around, we teach, we go to conventions, we talk to thousands of federal employees, and we hear what their problems are.
Yeah.
And so where a lot of people in our position are thinking, well, what's in it for me? I'm asking, what's in it for you? What do you need? So this is the first thing. The second thing is we're hearing everywhere we go, there are no doctors. We can't find doctors. We hate ACS.
Yeah.
How do we find a doctor? How do we search for a doctor? So we are probably midway through the development of a website that is ACS's worst nightmare. It will be a competitor to that, so to speak, but it'll be a real directory where the doctors listed actually want you.
Yes.
In addition to that, and it'll be easy. You don't have to go through 5 screens to search for a doctor. You have to go to the home page and search for a doctor.
Just put in your state.
Yeah, the next screen is your doctors if we have them listed. Now, it's going to be a slow process. We got to get them listed because we have to go through all of ACS ourselves and find the actual legit doctors.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're doing. And then we got to make sure they're trained because I don't want to give you junk doctors either. So that's the process we're going to go through. But the other feature on this website is it's going to have rules and laws pertaining to reporting injuries. I'm going to talk to, there's a tab for how do you report your injury. There's a tab for how do you get a CA-16. There's a tab for the rules on timelines for reporting injuries and some other things. And so I'm making it to where the average person or a new person, you know, a CCA, an RCA, somebody that's brand new that doesn't know anything can go to this website and know everything they need to know to have success. So we're educating you and we're finding doctors for you. And this is another free site for you because you need it. You know, we've been asking all the time, you know, do you need a better way to find doctors? And of course the answer is yes.
Yeah.
So that is thing 2. And we're working on these. That's a big one.
And Mr. Harvey, you're right. FICA is horrible. The ACS site, I'm sorry to say, we understand that it is horrible.
It's just, it's populated by doctors that don't want it.
Yeah, and then when you guys go there, there's maybe 7 pages of doctors and maybe 1 takes one.
And you don't care. You just want the one.
Yeah.
So we're going to go find that one.
We're going to find it and make it so much easier for you. So you just have to put, you know, what specialist you want and then what city, and it'll be on there.
Yeah.
That's that. It'll be so much easier.
The most exciting thing we're doing, brand new, we just really got this kicked off this week as far as signing for it, the agreement to make it happen. But I've been working on it in all of my waking hours.
Yes.
Since before Thanksgiving, even on Thanksgiving Day.
Yes, he was working.
Building out a training portal for doctors so that they stop sucking at writing your reports and doing the job. And so they can be trained more easily by us, and it will seamlessly fit into expanding the way we're expanding. We are building franchises out of federal injury centers.
Yes, we are.
To make it easy for doctors to say yes, we're giving them the entire system from the ground up, easy training tools, and what we've found is if we can make it easy for them to say yes, they will. And so in the next year, our goal is to give you the information at your fingertips, give you a way to find doctors easily, and then multiply the numbers of doctors you can find. And I think that that's going to solve all your problems. And right now, 1 out of 13 federal employees has an accepted claim. My goal is for it to be the right number, which is probably 6 out of 13. And 6, I think, probably represents closer to 100%. And there's no reason that all legitimate, timely filed claims should not be approved. You need doctors, and you need doctors that know what they're doing, and you need to know what you're doing. And so these 3 things we're doing, I think, are going to solve that problem for you.
Yeah, so
we're going to put a dent in OWCP this year.
So you guys asked us for doctors. We're going to be franchising. So, you know, come 2020, look for federal injury centers nationwide, whatever doctors wants to do it. And if your doctor wants to be a part of the franchise and get involved, have them give me a call. 877-787-OWCP. This is going to be so big. You know, we were trying as of this year to find doctors, and doctors, you know, don't want to do it, you know, because of the time and money, and then they don't want to do paperwork. So this way we're offering it as a franchise business, and Federal Injury Center's name is on it, and our app and our doctor's directory. So these 3 big things, we're so excited for 2020 to get here so we could just go out with a bang and help you guys. You guys wanted the help. We're here. And as you know, we're never trying to scam anyone, take anyone's money. This has nothing to do with it. You'll still be able to go to their doctor if Federal Injury Center's franchise.
It'll all be free to you. It'll always be free to you.
Always, always be free. So if you have any doctors that are interested in franchising Federal Injury Center's name, clinic, let them give us a call. And it's going to be really exciting. And again, as soon as our app is done, we will come on live and announce it, because I will just go ahead and show you how to get on it.
That'll be the first thing done of the 3.
Yeah, and
it's
remember,
almost finished.
It's going to be on Android and iPhone, and the doctor's directory should be done,
I would say in a couple of weeks to a month.
Yeah, maybe by the end of January.
At both of these things, we're at the mercy of the developers. That's the way it goes. I'm not one of them. I have a lot of expertise, but web and app development isn't one of them.
Yeah, so
yet.
Juanita said yes, so ready for you guys in Texas. Yeah. So again, those of you, remember, it's not us, you know, selling the program. It's franchising now, Federal Injury Centers. So if you want to be a part of Federal Injury Centers franchise, give us a call.
And why is that good for you as a federal employee? It's because you know you're going to go someplace that can get your claim accepted.
Yeah.
That's what you need. A, you have a place to go. B, they know what they're doing.
Yep. Oh, look at all the
hearts. No more denied claims. This is going to be really huge.
those of you that are looking forward for us franchising nationwide, give us some love. Don't forget to tell us what city and state you're in. We'd like to find doctors there that really want to help. You know, tell your doctor to give us a call. They want to franchise. It's going to be so worth it for the doctor, so worth it for you, because now they can just pop open
and they'll have a ready-made system. It's easy for them to learn.
Yeah. So let us know where you're located. And those are the 3 main things for 2020 so far. And the 4th thing I'm always looking for, again, for you guys inviting us to your state conventions. I just wrapped up today with Illinois and Chicago today to send them all the information they needed about Chris, and all the information they need from our packets. So we can't wait. Panhandle, Florida, Michigan. Yep, Michigan. We are coming to your
BK
convention.
Harvey said Kentucky. We definitely have plans for Kentucky.
Yeah.
And we'll be out there teaching, too, this year.
And we are having our own Federal Injury Centers clinic in Ohio as of 2020. That will be coming very soon.
Yeah.
It won't be a franchise, but it'll be our clinic, and we look forward to coming to Ohio. Wasn't there a pause? Okay. So everybody keeps asking where we got our hats from over and over. So my hat, I had bought it last year at the end of Christmas from Charming Charlie. I thought it was really cute because I had a pair of slippers to go with it. So that's where I got my hat, Charming Charlie. It's Rudolph, whatever, and my antlers. Chris got his hat. We don't sell them. We got it from the Roll Carrier Fall Convention. The PAC committee was selling it. We decided to buy it, so that's where we got it. So contact your Roll Carrier folks and your PAC stuff, and see if they have any. But we got it at the last convention.
Yeah.
So that's where we got the hats. But no, we don't sell them.
No.
We don't make them. And this one is from Charming Charlie. And my shirt, I think it was from Forever 21.
Mine's from Amazon, delivered by my Happy Letter Carrier.
It is a button-up summer Hawaii shirt with Santa on, what is that?
This is officially the weirdest segment of any OWCP chats we've ever done.
On a surfboard, yeah. Dear Santa, let me explain.
All right.
That's where we get our uniforms from today. And thank you for coming to Kentucky. All right, Samira.
All right, we got a couple more questions we're going to answer before we wrap it up.
We need you in Atlanta. So
we were there.
We were in Atlanta.
But unfortunately, the only way to communicate with you in person, presently, is for the unions to want to invite us to speak to large groups. And that wasn't possible in Atlanta for some reason. There's places like that. But in Atlanta, we just got one door after another shut in our face. So that's okay. We respect the unions. We love the unions. I don't know what the deal was out there. But, you know, if we're not needed or wanted, that's okay. We just go someplace else where we are.
Samira, in order for you to get paid, you have to have your claim accepted.
Yeah.
And then submit your CA7s with the 4 things that we tell you to submit. You may want to message me and Chris, and we could answer your questions personally, or you can give us a call tomorrow.
Yep.
And let's see.
No benefits are available to you unless your claim is accepted first. That's important. We get a lot of people saying, why am I not getting paid? Well, your claim's denied, so let's get it accepted first.
Off subject, but I love your Santa postal hat.
Thanks.
A union app could be good too. Evans Juice. So there are union apps. I know NALC has one. I know AFGE has one.
I think Evans is within ALC. If not, sorry about that. But yeah, check it out. You know, we considered linking with the unions, but we need their permission for that. And at this point, we don't have it, so we're not going to be pushy.
Let's see. Somebody asked. Okay, so those of you asking about our convention in Michigan, so it is, you can contact Doug Bartlett, your state president, with the Michigan Roll Letter Carriers. I was looking for this text.
Yeah.
So it's going to be March 21st in Battle Creek. That's all the info I have.
It's our first time in Michigan, so any other information, we're going to be useless.
Yeah, so you may want to ask your union.
Yeah.
But everything is set to go for us to be there March 21st. And that's all I know is Battle Creek. I have nothing else on that.
But anyways, contact NRLCA in Michigan, and they'll let you know.
Yeah. So, got some good questions tonight.
Yeah, and thanks for that. We appreciate it. We hope you will share this with 10 of your friends. Don't settle with just knowing the information yourself. Be a good friend and share it with someone else because they're going to need it. Half of all federal employees statistically are claiming that they have some sort of a work-related condition. And so that means if you look around, every other person's got a need or will have a need. So help them out and point this out to them. Tell them to come to Wednesday night OWCP chats on Facebook and like and follow it. And it's your job to share it. And then go to Twitter and follow us at Fed Injury Center to get all the rules, laws, and regulations you need to protect yourself against management when you have a work injury.
Yeah. So again, we won't be on for the next 2 weeks because of Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. We will be back again on January 8th. And when we come back, we are going to go over, because the holidays will be done, there will be injuries, we will be going over CA10.
Yep, the basics. We're getting right back to the basics.
CA1 and a CA2 and what you need to do to file your injuries. But those of you that are in the process of filing your injuries or getting injured, go ahead and file, like Chris always says.
Don't delay, because if you delay,
now.
you start losing benefits. You lose your CA16, and you lose your chance to get continuation of pay. A delay in time on a CA1 is very dangerous for you financially, so don't do that to yourself. Report right away, immediately, today.
But, we wanted to say thank you so much to everyone that follows us and shares and likes our stuff. We're so thankful to you guys that you guys trust us in the stuff that we educate you guys with, and we cannot wait for 2020 with more things for you guys. And all we want to do is help and end this denied claim epidemic that Chris always says. And again, thank you. We look forward to increasing our viewers and our followers and our likes to 5,000. Chris wants 500,000.
Yeah.
So if you guys could get there, get there.
And we want to get all of your injury claims accepted. Nobody, and I mean this, nobody loves federal employees more than we do.
Yeah, we really do. And
so
if we don't take your calls,
we don't mean to. Just call back.
Just call back and leave another message.
But we really want to help you get your claims accepted. So the things we're doing, it's for you. It's not for us. This is the only way to attack this problem, and we are attacking it.
So don't forget, we have Derek, we have Jennifer, we have me and Chris. Derek and Jennifer.
Tom coming soon
and
to
Tom coming
Ohio.
soon to Ohio. That's one of our partners. So Derek and Jennifer, I know you posted your phone number before. Please post it again before I click finish, so they have it. So if anybody has any other questions, get in touch with us by phone. Me, Derek, Jennifer. You can message us on our Wednesday night chats, our personal Facebook page, and our Federal Injury Center's Facebook page. And we wish everyone a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas.
Yep.
And we will probably come on Christmas Day with our family and say Merry Christmas to you guys. So with that said, everybody have a great night. This will be our last Wednesday night chat for 2019. And
stay safe.
Yes.
And report your injuries right away.
And again, thank you for trusting us in educating you guys out there. Have a great night and a great Christmas.
All right.
Bye.
Night.